Harry Brook's obviously done very well in Pakistan.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask, in that second test, did you feel that the spinners sort of exposed some potential vulnerabilities there and showed how to bowl to him?
Oh, I hope so. Because he's a fine player. There's no question of that. We managed to be able to get him out cheaply in both innings. Particularly after him scoring so many runs in the first test. It was really nice to see the back of him for not many runs. But look, he's a fine player, and he's still. You got to remember, he's still pretty early in his career. He's played 20 Test matches, so he's still a baby, and learn from there, learn from each and every game, and that's certainly something that I'm trying to instill in our players. Is each day we play Test cricket is an opportunity to learn something and get better and improve, and we're certainly working towards that, and I'm seeing that, and I'm really energised by that with our team. Just the learning, and I talked about being calm in all sorts of in many different situations that can crop up in Test cricket.
Jason, two of England's three frontline spinners are relatively inexperienced. Is that something you guys feel you can exploit?
Yeah, we've spoken about that. How we can, I suppose, get the best out of our batting against and put them under pressure. Which we feel can be important, because England are going to rely heavily on spin in this Test match, and it sounds like we're probably going to do something similar, without giving too much away. But look, we know that while they may not necessarily be experienced, they're very good bowlers, and you must respect that. I've always said, ignore youth at your peril. If you're good enough, you're old enough, and experience, yes, has a lot of value, no question about that. But there's no reason why players that don't have 100 Test matches next to their name can't have an impact. So you just need to respect what they can do. And England have got two young spinners in the early stages of their career, and they've got Leachy, who's obviously a much more experienced bowler. So they've got good options, and we need to just make sure we're at our very best. Our batters are really clear on what their plans are, with all the discussions that they're having. And we just have to go out there and play each ball on its merits, and hopefully we can put the England bowlers under pressure and post up some really good totals in this Test match.
Thanks, Jason. Just to pick back up on the selection thing, you said you just now a match day coach. That's not necessarily the job you signed up to. In an ideal world, would the people who are sort of at the sharp end, you and the captain, have a say?
Look, it's not for me to talk about now. I'm not a selector. I'm match day strategist as head coach, and I'm all about the players. So my focus is on the players. I'll let the selectors do their job, and we'll just go out there and play the best cricket we can possibly play. I'm getting splinters in my ass for sitting on the fence here.
Hi, Jason.
Hey, mate.
Last week, the dates for the next Ashes series came out. I just wondered how you thought England were travelling ahead of that.
I was only saying today to someone that in my time in cricket, obviously playing against England in my playing career and that, I'm not sure if I've seen a more relaxed, happy environment from an England squad. They look like they're having a lot of fun. They look like they're all aligned. I still think Australia is a pretty tough assignment. There's not many teams that go there and dominate Australia, so I think it's a big mountain to climb. But I think we know how England are going to approach the Ashes. They're not going to die wondering. I think they'll go out there with a pretty aggressive attitude and mindset. But I certainly, I think with the Australian side, I think they've got a lot of bases covered and would probably start favourites. But as I said, England have got nothing to lose. Everyone will assume Australia will come out on top, and that probably works in England's favour because they can just go out there and play them and be positive and try to ruffle a few feathers.